Namaste and good evening to all of you once again. My name is Jitendra Patil and I represent Thermo Scientific. And I know, we feel that now, we have quality people here in the room, though the quantity is less. But of course, may I request to start the presentation? By the way, before we get the IT problem solved, I will just talk about Thermo Scientific. And we heard about a lot of things about policies and many more things coming into water segment. There are certain corporates which are already working, helping to, for the society. So this is one of them, and I am proud to be a part of this company. Okay. It is not just water, but I would like to talk, apart from this subject, let me also elaborate, sir, with your information. We have various technologies as a corporate, and one of them is nuclear technology. And let me give you some history apart from this subject. We heard about Second World War, and we saw the, effects. It's not good effects, bad effects of the war, the nuclear technology. So there are certain scientists in the US who were a part of this company, and they decided, why not to use such technology for the industrial or for society's benefit. And then we have developed such products which we are selling it to the various industrial use for helping to the manpower or mankind. So today we are going to talk about water here. What are the water testing analysis, and mainly how can we ensure the clean and pure water for the society. Can you move on to the slide, please? As far as Thermo Fisher is concerned, we are the world leader in serving science. We have more than 100,000 colleagues talking about different solutions what we provide for human well-being. We have more than 5,700 R&D engineers, R&D scientists who are engaged in developing different technologies, different products that will benefit for the society. And I'm proud to inform you that we have a R&D center based out in India, which is in Hyderabad. So it is very good part for as far as India is concerned. We spent almost $1.4 billion in R&D itself. So you can imagine the innovation or the importance of this innovation as far as Thermo Fisher is concerned. And overall, Thermo Fisher, we have $40 billion in revenue. It's a very huge company, diversified products, and one of them is water analysis instruments. So I'm going to talk about that now. Next slide, please. We have various brands. Just to inform you that these are different brands, and then under these brands we supply or manufacture different instruments, equipments. One of them is water purification system, which goes into different labs, which is a part of like PhD and Jal Jeevan mission. So we heard about a lot of investments is being made, put into Jal Jeevan mission. Morning session we heard from Honorable Minister that there are a lot of amounts or a lot of focus being given by His Excellency our Prime Minister, and how we are a part of the team. I think my presentation will cover on that. Next slide, please. So we take pride in our mission. So what is our mission? Our mission is to enable our customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. So this is true for the today's agenda. Like safe and pure drinking water is important, and our corporate's mission is same, that we want to help our society, giving them the equipments or instruments that will make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. So how do we do that? Next slide, please. So water on earth. Many of you may be aware of it. Safe and clean availability of water is very important and prime importance today. But bigger challenge, it is a bigger challenge than climate change today, as per the Stanford University Business School, which they had reviewed it a couple of years back. So what is the availability of water here? So you can see here, slowly. So 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, and since morning we saw that there is a scarcity of water. Is it not contradicting? So it's not. Okay, it is true that 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, but if you look at this, there is only 3% of fresh water available which is being used for drinking, which is being used for the industrial uses. So what about the rest of the water, where it goes? So 97% is just oceans and seas. So this water is 97%, which cannot be used directly for the drinking application or immediately for the domestic purposes, unless we have to have the desalination plants. So this 3% of water is coming from where? It is coming from mainly 1% is coming from lakes, rivers and streams. Almost 70% is coming from the frozen glaciers, and the rest of the coming from the underground aquifers. So that is, well water or maybe the borewell waters. So fresh water is world's most precious commodity. One of since the previous presentations we saw that every drop is precious. The same way fresh water is very important, and how to sustain that fresh water is of prime importance today, not only for India but globally. Next slide please. What is the global fact? We have seen these facts. Almost 2 billion people live in water-stressed countries. We have seen that. Microbial contamination of drinking water poses the greatest risk to drinking water safety. So water safety is of prime importance today. Almost 368 million people taking water from unprotected wells and springs. And apart from that, 122 million people collecting untreated surface water from lakes, ponds, rivers and streams. We have seen in earlier presentation. It is very, very difficult unless we conserve the water, unless we sustain the water. Next slide please. So what are the sources of water pollution? So we can see here, there are different sources from where we see the polluted water, which is coming from various sources. So that is why safe and clean drinking water is a necessity. Improved water supply and sanitation with better management of water resources boosts country's economic growth. We heard about this morning session. If we have to grow our company, we have to work on the improved water supply as well as the sanitation part. And once it helps to grow the company or the country, it contributes to the poverty reduction, and that is indirectly helping for the country's growth. So main source of pollution is from sewerage. We have seen that wastewater treatment, unsustainable farming. We have been watching that there are various states using lot of fertilizers, and that is polluting the water. We have seen that. So apart from that, fossil fuel power plants, the refineries, all these industrial applications, they are also helping to pollute the water. But it is important that we have to treat this water, and that is why the government of India is helping us, or helping all the industries to treat the water and reuse that water. Next slide please. This is one of the slides we talk about India's drinkable water testing scenario. You can see here, at the left side chart, it is shows about the contamination by fluoride. So most of the states are already having water which is contaminated by fluoride. The right side of the chart, it is contaminated by arsenic, which is not really good. So you can see here, these are all the contaminated water which is there in India, and it is very important to check the samples of this. So this is one of the points where our Jal Shakti mission is helping us. They are working along with the states, along with the government bodies, to ensure that all these water should be tested, and we should have a pure or clean, safe drinking water. So our PM's focus is the same, that we should have a pure water for all the people of India. Next slide, please. We just heard about WASH, and it is World Health Organization's initiative. WASH stands for drinking water, WA stands for that, and H stands for sanitation, and H for hygiene. So drinking water services is very important. Everybody should get the clean water at their own premises. Sanitation services, we need to improve as a country part. We need to improve sanitation facilities, which is again a must. And we have heard about hygiene part. Hygiene refers to the conditions and practices that helps to maintain health and prevent the spread of diseases. So during this last 2 years, we have seen the pandemic and the importance of hygiene. The same way we have to implement here, the hygiene is equally important when we talk about WASH. So which are the parameters required for drinking water? So mainly when we talk about drinking water, there are various parameters we need to measure. One is pH, which is commonly being measured, dissolved oxygen, turbidity, conductivity, chlorine, because many of the filtration plant uses chlorine as a disinfectant. Then different organics, which is TOC, COD and BOD. Fluoride measurement. Fluoride analysis is very important, and we will also talk in detail about fluoride. Calcium analysis, which is nothing but the hardness of the water. Nitrate and algae, potentially toxic algae, and then microbial monitoring, which is E. coli monitoring. Next slide. So what we have, as a Thermo Fisher, we have innovative technologies which we call as ROS. Let me give you some history or background of this. Dr. James Ross, who found this technology or introduced this technology, he was a professor and scientist at MIT in Massachusetts, in Boston, who introduced ROS as a technology. In 1966, first ion selective electrode was introduced by us, and the picture here is the ROS electrode. We have a patented design of this. In 1981, the first pH electrode using redox reference system instead of silver chloride was introduced, and it is a flagship product or flagship electrode we have. So when we talk about any measurement of or any instrument, we need to have a sensing technology, like we have seen about the earlier presentation. If the technology, the sensing technology is robust, precise, then we will have a very accurate measurement. The same way we have been implementing here. We have a robust and stable sensors or electrodes that helps us to measure the precise components. So we are industry leader in variety and proven quality of ISEs that measures pH, fluoride, calcium and sodium. We have successfully partnered with the World Health Organization and we work with them on the fluorosis project for fluorosis measurement or analysis in India. So we have heard that most of the water is being affected by fluoride, and this is one of the intention of our company to help the society, and we have been doing that. How we do that? Here are the solutions from Thermo Fisher Scientific. We have portable instruments, we have lab instruments, controllers and online analyzers for real-time measurement. So for this, we do all these different measurement. We have spectrophotometers, titrators, and so on. So, we have had honor of serving our country in collaboration with all these companies or the departments. So all these departments work very closely with Jal Jeevan Mission, and we are a part of it. So right from east to west, we have supplied to Nagaland, Tripura, Mizoram, and Assam. And apart from that, we have supplied to Maharashtra, Gujarat, and so on. So, recently we supplied to Ladakh, which is a newly territory. Then Delhi Jal Board, we have been working with them very closely. We have been working with Kerala Water Authority in UP as well. So at many places, let me give you an example. So in Assam and Rajasthan, when we drink water, I am proud to inform you that it is being tested on our instruments, because they use mostly for the ion measurement our systems. So next slide please. So what is the intention here? We are truly helping our country. We are truly helping towards our mission to make the world healthier, cleaner and safer. Apart from that, it is not just water analysis, but in the morning we have seen that the other session is already going on in the next hall, which is mainly on to the renewable energy. And here we are there, like the air you breathe, because we also have the gas monitoring. The water you drink, we also have the water analysis instruments, and the security around you, we have radiation monitoring. So if there is any problem, we detect that, and in case of any problems, you can connect with Thermo Scientific so that we can help to give you the solutions. I think this was the short and sweet presentation from my end. Thank you so much.